Scrapyard Pirate's Life, Mars Edition 2026. And this is actually our second attempt at a stream. The first attempt started out with us dying in the cockpit of starvation, and then we respawned, and then it promptly dropped us. So we're back to it again, guys. Ow. Let's go ahead and get started on doing some more work here. I think, honestly, at this point, it's really, really important that we get some sort of roof and preferably a little bit of pressurization done here, because honestly, we're getting beat up pretty bad by this stuff. So I think at this point in time, we should head back down to the relay station and salvage us some materials here. That way we can get some sort of protection set up for us here. Oh, it's so juicy, all this good stuff. I'm telling you guys, this is the way it should be. Easy grabs. Let's go ahead and go up here and see what else we can grab. Okay, obviously that was not the way to go. Alright, so let's see here. I'm trying to see what I want to do here. Alright, so we've got our remote control. We don't really need that for the vehicle, although we probably should throw it in there in case we want to make a drone out of some spare parts and a flyer or something, but I don't know. But it might give us a reason to do something, maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about it, honestly, guys. But we do need materials, and that's what we're actually here for. So let's go up topside and get smacked and get some of these items. Let's get this steel plate off here real quick. We're gonna pretty much, you know what? I'm over there looking at that tower, and honestly, I think we need to like. Oh man, that's right. The UDDR is not gonna like us. Are we already in the "we hate you" phase? Because if so... Oh yeah. Yeah, oh wow. Yeah, they really hate us. Okay. Well, I guess we might as well just take the whole thing. Let's face it. Nobody likes us. We're pirates. Alright, so we're gonna jump in here and start getting some stuff here. Let's I'm gonna start grabbing these components because I mean, yeah, some of the stuff we're gonna need to salvage, maybe. Yay, no more sandstorm. But on the other hand, a lot of this we can utilize quite nicely. You know what I think I might do? Let's go down here and do a ramp. Oh, there's a battery. Oh, you know, I was looking at this and I didn't even realize there's a battery there. Alright, so we got our ramp up here to go up here, but I think maybe we should take this a little bit higher and take it from the top and work our way down. And we're gonna, since we have good weather, which I did not expect, and I am okay with, and I don't really care whether this is striped or not. Doesn't really do anything for me. Okay, come on. There we go. Alright. I want to get up top. There we go. And see about... Okay. That is an action thing. Oh, it's a laser antenna. Well, we don't care about that, but we do care about the components in it. Those could be useful, either sold or used for anything, really. We will, I think it might be a good idea to get the antennas, though. I definitely want to get, well, we have a beacon on the back, two of them. We have a beacon for the vehicle and a beacon for the base. A parabolic antenna, that could be good salvage, so we'll grab that. Or not. Yeah, we can't take that. That's not happening. Yeah, that's not going either. Okay. Oh, look! Defensive combat block. Nice. Okay, new plan. we're going to go over here and grind off this thing over here. I'm just trying to get components, so... Well, that's an idea. You know, I never thought about using that as a connector like that underground. That's kind of cool. Alright. So we're going to do the same trick that we did before. Of course you are. Alright, this is going to allow us to get up there. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, good. Then this will let us get up here. And then... I don't trust that this thing isn't going to float, so... I know it sounds kind of silly, like, why does it matter if it floats or not? Well, because... I want to get that grind down, but we're going to head back this way, and we're going to hopefully find some really nice wheels out here somewhere. That would be great. More support for our vehicle. Okay, so we've got a ton of good components. We're going to drop off the things that we really don't need. Oh, let's see. We don't need those. We don't need that. We don't... Wait a minute. You know what we could do? Is our beacon on? Okay, it occurs to me that all this salvage, we need to, like... Okay. New plan. Well, the original plan is, of course, getting the roof on. However, I also want to get the rest of this stuff built up. And I want to start using the salvage to hold our components, too. That would be very nice. Okay, so that's where that's where our big gun's gonna go. And then we want to have... We're gonna have our smokestacks there, but I think maybe it might be a good idea to run some side guns straight off the side here and do it on either side. So we're gonna change this up a little bit, and we're gonna go with a well, we need 4 directions, and there's only one way to do that. Oh, wait. Do we have a... Oh, wait a minute here. We don't have a fan in here, and that would be a great spot to put one. Okay, we're going to leave that open. But we are going to run our conveyor over here, like so, and let's do a conveyor connector on that side there. Let's do the same thing over here, if I can get over here without dying. There we go. And then we'll go back to our deal there. There we go, like that, and like that. Okay, good. And then that sets us up that way. We can always draw more off of these if we need to. So let's go ahead and get this loaded up, that loaded up. Okay, cool. Get that set. Okay, now, the other thing we need to do is this has got to get sealed up. So, what I'm thinking is the best way to go for sealing this up, well, you know, what do we got here? We've got an event controller on that side. This side we got a set of lockers. This is kind of going to be like an area where we can do some stuff. So I think that we need a couple of sleeping quarters for people working here. This is more like a little control workshop area. So I'm thinking this pathway here, we could actually seal it off if we wanted to. And if we do that now, there is batteries, 2 batteries over on one and a battery on the other. We could install some batteries. We only have 1 battery. It wouldn't be a bad idea to have a battery, so maybe this would be the location for it. Oh wait, but if we do that, it won't be airtight because of the fact that we have, let's see, where would we put batteries actually? If we're gonna have an extra battery, where are we gonna put it? I kind of want to have it centralized, but I think we really don't have a choice. Well, we could put a battery there and a battery there, and that seals off that area, and then we cross here to go into this area here, And then we've got this sealed off because there'll be a battery, and we can block them off with something else. That sounds like a good plan. So let's do that. While we're doing this, let's change our color scheme to this. And then we're going to go ahead and take a second. And this episode is definitely going to be a lot of vehicle building. Oh my gosh, really? You can't leave me alone for a second? Like, seriously? Oh, we need interior blades for that, don't we? Yep. Alright, so, yeah. We're going to have to dump the steel plates in here somewhere. Alright, let's take this over here and see what we can... okay, you're full. You need some materials. You need materials. You need materials. We'll get some of these salvages set up. We do have this antenna already set up. But it wouldn't be a bad idea to have an antenna on the vehicle also. Okay, we're good with that. What do we need on you? Okay, we're good for that. Let's get the gyros in place. Those will take a lot of steel plates. Okay. Alright, so that's good with that. Let's go ahead and continue to fill these crates. It's a shame I can't just jump down there. That would be great. Energy level is not great right now. Let's see, we probably should have a seat actually in here so we can set it up. So, no, that's not. Yeah, actually, that is going to be very helpful because we'll just take this and do that. And then we'll just throw the seat over here, and then we'll have a place to recharge at least our power, because, you know, that's one of those things that's really annoying, and I really don't want to have to run all the way back if we're in the middle of something over here.
Energy critical.
Like now. Ha! Suit lady, I got you! I got you! See, Suit Lady thought she'd catch us, but nope. No catching there. No. Alright. Let's see here. We want, let's see. Well, we want a fan. We also want these cargo containers here, too. But we're going to go up top. Finish getting some of this stuff out of... Okay, one of these days, I will learn not to go that way. Hey, thanks for joining. One of these days. Oh, look, there's a big giant rock. I wonder what's in it. Doesn't matter. It does not matter. Okay, so... yeah, so let's go down here and get these. Alright, so we got some fans. We'll grab this one. And this one. 2 fans, and we'll get all this steel plate too while we're at it. So we're going to have 4 of these half fans. Okay, we got 4 half fans, and now we're gonna have 5 half fans. Dang, if they're not full fans, they're only half fans. That's annoying. I wanted a full one. Okay, I think there's a full one upstairs. Pretty sure there's a full one right up. Yeah. Alright, let's go take the half fans over after we get some more materials. 5 half fans, and we got an armory. Even though... Oh wait, what was that? Oh, okay, we'll grab those. Not that it matters, but maybe we could sell them. That could always be a thing. Alright, let's grab this, let's top it off with this ice, and we're good to go. Alright, we're going to run back, and we're going to dump all these things in our little salvage areas. I don't really think I can imagine us needing that many fans, but it's what we got. And I'm not going to pass up on opportunities for some salvage that could be good for a lot of reasons. Alright, so now let's go ahead and dump off all of our fans, of which we have 5 of them. Considerably huge selection of fans, like crazy selection of fans. Like, it's just not even natural to have that many fans. Alright, so there's our 5 fans. They're actually making the fans into a wall. So, I mean, it's storing some materials for us, which is kind of the only reason why I bought them on here, because I mean we really only need like a couple of them, but if we make a modular base like I'm thinking, we might be thinking more in terms of something else. Okay, so let's get now we're gonna go ahead and change our color scheme back to the interior here, because we're gonna put our we're gonna put a let's see, over here is where I'm thinking we should put the our little gosh, I can't even think, guys. The armory, where we're gonna put all of our supplies and stuff. And I think a good spot would be right here like this. Yeah, I like that there, like that. Because it's all gonna be, you know, this is all pressurized right here anyway, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, great. Now we got our armory in place, and we can put any extra components of things. Those will all go in the fuel tank. Or not in the fuel tank, but in the storage, because, well, honestly, we don't really need it. These grinder tools, we don't really want those in there either. But weapons and current tool sets, absolutely. So let's put these in here. We don't need this, so that can go in here. And none of our, well, actually, I take that back. We might need some of this to get that beacon up and running. So let's go ahead and check it out. Now we're getting closer. And this one here, we'll get this loaded up. And then the rest of you are going in here. Alright, this gives us a gyro. So if we need to haul tail, we can. That's kind of where I was at with that, so that's good. We'll go ahead and set this up. That's going to connect with that, and then that's going to run over there. So, I mean, I wanted maybe a light, but we can put a light up there. As a matter of fact, do we have... No, we don't. When we have the opportunity, we're going to put a light up there, because, well, yeah, because we have our fan right there, so yeah, we'll have a light. Oh, you know what we could do? We could do a light, and right here we could put something, some sort of like, I don't know, maybe a display, or set up something there so that we can be able to maybe walk in. Maybe that's a spot where we can put a weapons locker, so we can have a few ready grab items. That could be an idea. Uh-oh. Okay, well, apparently we weren't fast enough and it got despawned. Okay. That's a sad day. There was a lot of grids there. Okay, looks like, looks like everything that wasn't attached to a power got despawned. Okay, so, it's probably because I didn't claim those. And when you don't claim it, and it ain't got power, it goes away. So, that's just how life is around here in Space Engineers, but that's okay. Okay, let's go ahead and get some more materials. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, we're going to do something really stupid. We're going to jump over here. Ah, can't. Gravity's too high. Oh, well. We're going to do something else instead. We're going to try to put a ramp here that is going to maybe let me onto the roof. Yes. All right, cool. Now let's get this. Heat vent. Yeah.
Energy low.
Parts. I wonder if I can reach it like we did the last one. Yes. Perfect. Yeah, that rock over there, I just keep seeing it and I think it's laughing at me. Alright, we got our fan. Outstanding. Okay, let's get some more of this steel plate. Then we'll go over and get the fan installed. Then we'll see about the other aspects of this. Yeah, we're taking the remote. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a remote on this thing. I decided I was going to treat it just like I would any other grid that I make, just because it's nice to have it available. So let's go ahead and kill that one. Alright, cool. Okay, so we got a couple of things here, so that's good. Oh, let's go over here and get this. No, not that. That. Okay, so now we have
No energy.
no energy. Okay, no problem. That's what we have this for. Okay, so we got our other smokestack. We got a heat vent we're not going to use. And then we got a, well, we got our smokestack. We got our full air vent we're going to want. And now we got a button panel, which is going to be really nice. And then I think it's time to start pulling these storages out of here. And yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, let's go do this. This was a really good salvage find. I really think it's making a huge difference for us. We do need to get this as much material on here as we can, because we do need to get our base built. This is not a mobile base thing. This is just our particular explorer we're doing here. Let's see here. We are going to put windows here, but I was originally planning to put a big full window so you can see. But I'm kind of thinking a vent like that might be a better option. So, but right now, I want to get our stuff in place. So, where is our full vent? Oh, this is great. Right here. And now, once we lit this thing up, we'll be pressurized. That is golden. Alright, pressurization is available. So let's see here. Now, where's this button panel gonna go? You know what we could do? You know, we could put a button panel right over here somewhere. But I like the idea of having a battery right there. And then, you know what we could do too? We could put a battery right there and have the walkway on the side there. You know, battery on either side. That could work if we... But we do want to salvage a couple batteries for the base too, so that might be, yeah. A couple batteries would be sufficient. We got a reactor for this thing and a reactor for the base too, so that's really good. So where are we going to put this button panel? I kind of want to have a button panel on here. But where? Where would be a good spot? That is the magic question, isn't it? Well, it would be kind of cool to have it up here, but on the same token, I don't really want to expose too much. I want this area to be kind of like a little protected. I don't know. I'm trying to see how I want to do this. Well, this is construction area over here too, so... I mean, this is like, you know... I still don't know what is making that banging sound. There's got to be something that's clanging on here, but I, for the life of me, cannot figure out what it is. Well, this could seal off the back here if we do it here, and that's okay. That's actually a really good spot for it, because it puts a back on this part, and then we can cover this over with a passage, like we originally were going to do, and just do that, and bam, that's covered. Protected, sealed up, all that fun stuff. Actually, that works out nicely. And then we got our spot for our 2 batteries. And then we've got our control panel there. We come in here. Yeah, this is nice. And we go that way here. And then we can run our steel plates kind of up to here. And then put another layer of plating up above here, maybe? Yeah, if we do that, though, we're going to have to elevate these guys. We don't really have a choice as far as elevating them. So I think we're going to have to go with... yeah, we're going to have to go with some steel, some armor plating of some kind around that part there. Yeah. I'm going to have to elevate the turret a little higher so that we can be able to make sure that... I mean, I like a lower profile, but you really can't get away with that on here. You just can't. So let's go ahead and get that smokestack in place. Yeah, get that smokestack right here. Want to make sure we get it in the same style here. Okay. It's going to be cool once we get things rolling with this, because that's going to look neat, I think. I like the idea of having a smokestack to kind of give it that industrial feel, like something's happening. Is it... where in the world is that thing on here? Oh, there it is right here. Cool. Alright. So we have it set up so that it's like that. Okay, cool. Alright, so now we're just going to go ahead and get these things set up. Alright, so that's like that. We're going to go up on that so there'll be a turret set up above. Probably a thin layer of plating on there. So what do we got in here? We've got steel plate and we've got construction components. So this is going to be 2 bats, so we might as well just steel plate that, since that's going to be bats. I mean, I don't really see the need for anything but that. Then right here, I think we're going to go with, let's get a light set up. Let's do some lights. Now, we could string something out on this, but I really don't know what we would put on a conveyor line out here, so we'll do lights again as well. We're going to jump down. Keep the lights going. We're not going to light up that, and we're not going to light up over there, because this is going to be steel plating over. So we're going to go ahead and go with an angle on this, I think would be good, maybe. Let's see. Yeah. But we can go with, let's do some lighting on here. And we'll do lights right here. Which, incidentally, will also... Now, we have our access point over the top of this, so we're going to have to stop our lighting there. But that's okay. That's fine. Because we're going to set up... Uh-oh. We need air. Oh, that's not good. And that means we need to go get some, we need to get some, air tank situation going on here. Let's restore our oxygen tank, huh? That way we can not suffocate next time. How about that, guys? Okay, now can I get my staircase in here, or do I have to do something else? I can. Okay, good. Bam, staircase goes up. Do. Now this here, we're gonna definitely do a passageway. We're gonna go with a deal like this if we can. Okay, interior plate. Do we have interior plates in here? We do. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Now we can do that. Boom, just like that. And then we're gonna cut this off, which is probably gonna make that all go crazy, but who knows. And then we're gonna set this up with... Ooh, you know what might be kind of cool? Do something a little different. I mean, we've got a square deal here. Oh, actually, you know what? A lit corridor is actually probably our best option. Because then it's up and it's straight into here, and that's our cockpit, and then we've got that right there. Okay, good. Let's do that. Oh, that's nice. And then we're straight into there. Cool. Well, that works out nicely. Okay, I like it when things work right. I mean, come on, who doesn't, guys? Who doesn't like it when it works right? Okay, so let's see here. I want armor plating, but we sometimes run into combat problems. So maybe... Really? Really? You're gonna throw that at me now? I wonder if it would be good to have that, but if we do that, it's going to cut down on our visibility. So this is probably a better option. Oh, we got to think about metal grids. How many... Is something on fire in there? What was that noise? That was weird. Okay. Let's see. So, we've got how many, before I get sidetracked again, how many do we got? We got 216 grids. That's not really enough for everything we need to do, and I want to seal this place up. So it looks like we're probably going to need to go with regular armor plates and then change it later. So, alright, we're going to do that. And then... Oh, I see what I can do. Alright, cool. I got an idea. Alright, so if we do that, then we can do full armor plates all the way down the top here. I mean, it's not really ideal, but that'll do the trick. Seal that up. Alright, so now yep, that's exactly what I'd like to not deal with. Just that whole smacking you in the face thing. Just not feeling it, guys. Just don't really feel it. Alright, let's go to the windows, and I want to use these new windows we've got here. Now, question is, which ones work for what we've got? Now, we could go this route, and do this on this side and this like that. And that would work. It'd give us more space on the inside. But on the other hand... I like the idea of it being a sloping deal like we have in the front. But, yeah, I kind of like that actually. That's actually really cool. All right, let's do it. All right, let's do this. Finally getting a roof on the vehicle, guys.
Energy critical.
Always with the critical energy. Well, that's why we have this suit, lady, so that we don't have to deal with that. Ow. First aid. Alright. Okay, now life has gotten a little bit more complicated with our process. And we're going to dump this in here. Well, not you. And you know what we're going to take out? We're going to take out some plain cola. Be drinking some soda while we're doing this. I really would like to know why that does that. I feel like there's something that's not telling me. Is it that? Is it the blocks back here on the suspension? It might be. Yeah, it could be the blocks on the suspension. We may have to take those blocks out and put a different kind of setup in it. Kind of like what we did here. On that side there, maybe? No. I thought one of these we did it. No, we didn't. They're all the same. No, that's not it then. Maybe I just need to run this up. Maybe I just did not get hit by this flying debris that's beating the crap out of us. That might be a good way to go. You know, guys, that could just very well be the case. Alright, let's go up here and get some more stuff. Alright, so... Don't know about that yet. Okay, so... I still don't know what the weird light is coming from. Oh, it's coming from those. Okay. That's kind of cool. Alright, let's go ahead and grab some ice. Wow, really? Okay. That's really interesting. Alright, cool. We're going to go ahead and actually do some work under here with these steel plates. I decided we are not keeping that, we're not going to keep going with that, with the parabolic dish. We'll just scrap it for parts. But I do feel like we need to do something about this. There we go. Now we got some center spine support, which is really good. I think everything's pretty repaired down in here. Oh wait, look. That's what's making the noise. Ha! That's so funny, but that's what it is. I almost bet dimes and dollars that's exactly what that is. Okay, need motors there. Okay, so for this here, we're gonna go with, let's see, I think a light would be in order. I think I overshot you. There you are. We need construction components, because I think that would be a great spot for that light. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we need construction components for a lot of stuff, apparently. What do we got left? Okay. And what we're going to do here is we'll drop that in there. And we'll drop a bunch of those, that, and that. And we'll drink more. Oh, yep, there we go, more soda. Okay. I'm gonna take a quick peek and see what we got out here so far for space. Quite a bit of space left. That's good. I think what I'd like to do, though, is we'll swap this out for a ladder. Probably put it over here, and then we'll put something blocking there, and we'll do something. Oh, I know what we'll do. I have an idea on that. And then we need to get up there and start doing some work on that too. So it's coming along. It's coming along nicely. We also need to find a place to put a few things. We'll get some amenities put in hopefully this episode. I'd like to get some amenities like a bed, place to sit and eat, those kind of things. Alright, let's get back to work over here on this side. I hate to waste hydrogen, but you know what? We can waste it, because we're not using it. But we might use it at the base that we're going to. So, let's go ahead and get that container out of here. And also, while we're at it, we should probably get this. And the ice that's in it. Because ice is still air, and we still need it. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that in there, and then I'll take what's left in this. And then whatever other space we have, well, I can just take it from here. I have to say, this is a pretty good design, this build. Whoever designed this particular grid, they had a really cool eye to detail. Alright, time to roll. This is going to be a very heavy rover with all this stuff loaded up like this. Oh, come on. Really? Alright, let's get this going. Alright, so we got an H2O2 gen, which we will put over here in front of these. So we got an H2O2 gen. Now, do we want to have one hydrogen tank on board just in case we need to have some sort of fuel for something? And we could put it right back here and move that gyro somewhere else, although I'm not entirely sure where I'd put it. But that could be a location where we could put a hydrogen tank. I don't know that we would need it for anything though, other than for the base. So, I don't know. We'll put it back here for now. We'll put them both back here, both of the hydrogen tanks, simply because I have no idea. I don't want to lose them, but I also don't have any need for them right now. But We will need them when we go and get off this planet, so that's where these come in handy, I guess. Now I could do that, but that's pretty high profile and I don't want to throw off our weight situation, so go one there. And we'll do one here, because we're going to grab the other one, but we'll do that later. Alright, got that. And then back here, right there is going to be the spot for the H2O2 gen. We're running out of room. We may have to stack. I don't want to stack them too high, because if we get into a problem where we have to do some shooting, we don't want them higher than the guns up there. And that, because that would really defeat the purpose. Alright, so that's in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the rest of this steel plate in this.
Energy critical.
And the rest? Now, let me see here. I want to see about... Okay, so what I was thinking we could put here would be a window. But not the kind of... Let's see, not the kind of window that has glass. A window like that. Don't know that that'll work. Will it? Nope. Need interior plates. Okay, what about for a... What about for a stairway? Well, first of all, bring that back. And third, let's check it out. Oh, we can do a stairway, which is good. Alright, cool. Yeah, we're down to one, so we might as well throw that there. And then we've got one of these, an oxygen, a thing there, and we're gonna have more soda while we're working here. And then we're gonna run over here and get a recharge. So now I'm thinking I might want to use what we currently have inside before we go and grind more stuff down. I'm looking to see if we got more materials that we could use down in the build. Yeah, we'll take that, and we'll take those. Those will work for what I have in mind, so we'll take those. Let's go over here and see if there's anything useful. Yeah, we'll take that. More pipes. Okay, and then let's run out here and check this one. Yeah, we'll take these right here. I'm taking all the stuff that we could use for doing some extra work in here. I mean, we go down and grind up all kinds of stuff, but I kind of want to do the work. Alright, so up here, for example, I want to get this stuff done. And then we want to get to the lights on this here so we can get that sealed up there, right there, bam, just like that. Yeah, see, now we got that nice slope up here, nice slope up here. We'll put a an angled piece here, and then these will all come to up here. We'll have this all set up to go to this turret. We'll have another deal to go up that way. We'll put that gap on one of these sides, and then the other will go on the other side. So we do want to get this taken care of. Perfect. Jump down here, get this, and that. This. This. Perfect. Okay. So we do have a few more. Well, yeah, I don't think there's much else we can do with this. So we're going to go ahead and dump these in here. Okay. We're not going to dump in there as many as we thought we were going to put in there. Oh, wait. We can take this opportunity and get some of this glass. We're going to need some of this to finish these off. There we go, those are good. Cool. That's all we really need for the glass. There's not a lot of glass that goes into those, so that's okay. Alright, so we'll drop those and that off. Okay, then we gotta go up here. We're gonna use this other cargo. I think it's time we start bringing over the cargo, guys. We're gonna go ahead and munch on a little of that. And then let's go ahead and charge ourselves up really quick. I might take a second to sip my tea. Ah, yeah. It's good stuff. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to do. Yeah, where did... well, we can pull from both of them, so let's go ahead and run down here to the other one. And we're gonna pull... Oh, what do you mean I can't get that? I don't understand. Oh, that's right. That one isn't... Ah. Here we are running around doing all this stuff, and we completely overlook that one right there. Well, we're not going to overlook that again. We've got the materials. Let's do it. Now, really? Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, now what are we gonna put over here? Something in the decoration section. Oh, we could put a shelf there. That might be kind of cool. Let's take a look. Well, that's actually kind of sweet. Set up a shelf there with some stuff in it. That's actually really cool. Now, is that cooler than a weapons rack? Yeah, it's an airlock, so it's not really... I don't know. Lab cabinet, freezer... Yeah, I think this... Well, we could do something like that on the wall. You know, if whatever we... You know, this is where it could be really useful. Yeah, white or blue? I think white would look really cool. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that looks pretty sweet. Not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. Alright, and let's see here. Alright. I don't see anything else that we need to deal with. We'll go ahead and hit this with this. This should, yeah, see, we got this access panel here. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's that. Okay, that's cool. Okay, we need some interior plates to finish that off, and now we should be able to transfer what we want to this. Yep, perfect. Alright, cool. Let's get going. Okay, back down and over to the structure. Ah, good gravy. More wind? Really? Alright, so let's see here. Got a lot of ice in here. So we'll need to transfer a bunch of ice. Ow. Be nice if we had access to something down here, honestly. Like something ground level would be kind of nice. So we might want to put a cargo terminal down there at some point. Directly below that stack might be a good idea. Yeah, we're definitely hurting for some stuff there, but once we hook it up, we're gonna burn through a lot of ice making oxygen. Alright. Alrighty, and then we're going to take that. Okay. Okay. So we got the cargo container. I bet that's all. Is that all? It is all. Heavy grids. Okay. Well, that is going to be very nice to put in the front. The heavy grid is going to serve two purposes. Very important purposes. Purpose number one is it is going to protect us. Purpose number two is to offset the weight of all the stuff in the back. Can I actually reach that? I don't know that I can, but I'm going to see if I can reach it from down here, or whether or not I need to do something a little bit more creative. Yeah, I can only get that high. Oh, wait. Okay, so I like this one, so we'll do that one. Haha, that's where the other one's gonna go. I need to get another one to put on the other side though. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, we're not doing that. It just occurred to me that if we do that, we aren't gonna have the coverage we need.
Energy low.
So we're gonna have to put that right back here. And I kind of like this white. That's kind of cool. So your situation just got changed. And I need to put that cargo pod away before I start getting kind of crazy with it, so let's get that down here, get the cargo container put away, and that will put the H2O2 gen to work. And we're going to actually change a few colors in here because I feel like that white is actually lightening it up a little bit in here and make it feel a little bit more, I don't know, less gray. Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. I mean, I like the gray, but I also prefer a little bit... Well, that's annoying. Alright, whatever. Alright, cool. Alright, there we go. Oh, nuts. Did I just use the grid for that? I did. That's okay. We'll restore the grid once we get that GAT moved. And that reminds me, we need to... Well, that's loud.
Energy critical.
Good gravy. Even though that's not the container storage back there, but that's okay. Alright, we're gonna drop you in there because I know you're gonna get filled, and we'll drop you in there too. So let's see here. I am going to... Where is that? Oh, here it is. Okay, Gatling turret 2. We're going to set it up ahead of time. I'm going to turn off station so it doesn't attack that station. And always weapons, because we can grind down anything that's not the weapons. Alright, cool. Now that that's in place, then we still have that going on, and we're going to actually take these off. Because we're going to go with heavy armor in the front. Now that I know that that's available, we are so doing it.
Your health is low.
Oh, for the love of... Really? I really don't...
Energy.
I really don't pay a lot of attention to that, do I, guys? I really need to, but I just ignore the suit lady because, well, it's just always in there, you know? Alright. Wow, I was really low on healing there. We're gonna need to figure food out soon. Alright, so let's get that off, because we're gonna do this. Yeah, that's better. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and head out there, get around to the back. Okay, now... Alright, now over here. Now we want this one here. Yeah, there we go. Now we don't have enough grids for that, so we're not going to worry about that at the moment. Okay, and that goes there. And then this goes over here. Now getting this changed over to here is going to be the other tricky part, but I think what we're going to do is we'll use this here, and can we get it like that? Yeah. Perfect, just like that. We'll do this one over here the same way. Perfect, just like that. And then this side here, we'll just do the heavy armor slope base. But we won't do that. We won't use heavy armor, we'll use light armor, but this is a basic idea of what we'll do here. Let's go ahead and take this up to here because we're going to put the big gun up there. Actually, you know what we might do? That gun is big and that gun is heavy. We might go with, actually this might look a lot better if we did this. And we set that there. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely better. Only because this is going to be, you know, a heavy-duty thing going on here. That does sort of work, but it's not exactly what I had in mind. Yeah, and see, this doesn't really fit it either. No. No, that doesn't work either. Nothing really is working for that, so that might be the best way to go, so we might just do that. Nah. Well, this one here, it's going to be a little more tricky because we've got this angle down on the one side. Well, actually, I guess that's the best we can do with that, so do it that way there, go up, walk over, do it again here. Yeah. That's probably the best to do right there, yeah. And then we'll go to this only on this spot right here. Because the idea is, of course, that this is going to be a frontal type of situation. Okay, and then from here on out, we're going to be looking at regular steel plating. But you know what? I had an idea, guys, and this was... Thank you. Because, you know, we all need to have a bit of gun shooting going on here. I'm thinking right here, run this down this way. And then... Well, we know that that's not going to be there, so we'll put that there. Pipes, right here. We'll do pipes there, pipes here. And then this will go down there. Oh wait, where's that staircase? That's right there. Yeah, still we'll do the pipes there though. And then that way... And you know what we'll do here, actually? Well, we're gonna have... Let's see here. Actually, I got a better idea for that corner here. Okay, so here's my idea that's a little bit better. Instead of doing this, let's go with something along the lines of like... Well, not that, but close to it. I'm thinking, yeah, here we go. Something like this. Yeah, that's better. That's much better because we're going to angle it down right here. This part will be angled down. And what we'll do here is we'll go with like this. That, and we're gonna do every other like that. There we go. Oh, we do need to finish this first. And then we got this whole space here, which really, I mean, I don't know what we could put there. I wish there was something we could actually put there that would be useful. I mean, damn, it's just anything. I tell you. might have been a place to put those air vents, actually, but that's okay. What can we put there that's interesting? I have no idea. So, I guess we'll just fill it in with blocks, I guess. There's nothing really we can put there, though. Actually, there is something we could put there. Oh my gosh, I just had an idea. If we put that piping, if we change that to a T intersection junction, then we could run a hydrogen tank under here. It would be exposed to vertical aerial stuff, but if we did that, it would give us some hydrogen storage capability if we needed it. I don't know. But I do know one thing, that the sides here are going to get this. Actually, they're going to get this. Because that lines up with this a little better. Yeah, we'll just cover this over with stuff then. I mean, I try to think of stuff to put in there, but I'm drawing a blank, guys. I just don't know what to put up there. Alright, so that's encased. Set that. Okay, we got our little battery area here. We're not going to set those up yet because we need to finish you. Okay, now we're going to be filling this up, which means they're going to be working. Alright, we got that, okay. We don't have any... Okay, so what did this? Alright, so let's run back over here and let's grab all of these grids. And while we're at it, we're going to drop all the rest of the stuff. Well, actually, yeah, we're going to drop it all in there and we're going to grab the grids. Because, and I'll tell you the reasoning behind that. Because if we can get these things sealed up, we could be looking at airtight situations, and that's kind of got an appeal to me. Particularly when the rocks are flying around. Ugh, of course. It'd be too easy if it was actually gonna do the job it needed to do. And that is still not enough, is it? Nope. Ah, so close. Oh well. It's all good. We're making decent progress, so yeah.
Energy critical.
Alright, let's run up here and take a look and see what we got. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff. Alright, cool. Okay, time to go back for another run of materials. I think it's time for this fine machine to get find its new spot. We're gonna move that up on top. And we'll keep the GATs where they're at, where the GAT is for now, because we need it for, you know, rock control. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and jump this in here. That's gonna be our de facto magazine, because honestly it's the best spot for it. Ah, we had this here the whole time. That's dumb. Alright. So let's go ahead and head outside and get what we need done that needs getting done. Namely, we need to get this going. Alright, so let's see here. We're going to do... Let's get a... We're going to do this. I kind of like that.
No energy.
Oh my gosh. Really? Alright. Yep. Yep. I know. Yep. Ow. Okay, we're back to it again. 'Cause apparently, again, we don't listen to the suit lady when she tells us we're going to die. It's kind of like being Master Chief and not listening to Cortana. And yes, I did make a Halo reference, because I happen to like Halo. Alright. Now, let's see here. Grids. Grids are always my problem. Okay. Now, do I have enough to do those things I was thinking about? Let's find out. Oh, oops, wrong one. Windows. Oh, Windows, where are you? And do we have it? Aha, we do. Yeah, I like them sideways. Can't do you yet because you need some stuff done. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. That's yeah. That looks really cool. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and drop this in here. And oxygen tank's filling up nicely. Let's go ahead and have it refill bottles because till we get that other one in there, we'll just refill our bottles here. How about that? Ha ha, suit lady. We're not gonna run out of air now. It's nice to have it, actually. It's not like we can do anything else at the moment. Alright, let's get this boom boom gun going on here. Alright. This gives us another cargo container, which is really nice. And that is something I hadn't really considered. There's also a battery under here too, which is going to be nice. Boy, space pirates are going to love us. Maybe if they love us so much, we can just walk right into their next facility and steal everything out from under them. That would be really cool. Because, you know, we're Scrapyard pirates. It's all about business for us. It's not about, you know, the other stuff. Alright, let's go do this. And actually, we gotta go. Yeah, I know. Wah, wah, wah. Okay. Wow. Apparently I picked up enough grids to cover everything, but not enough steel plate. Yeah, we're dry. Alright, cool. Yeah, it worked pretty good. I wondered if that would do the trick. Hello, Mr. Battery. So that's 2 on the other tower, 1 right here, and I don't know if that has a battery in it. I don't think it does because it's got the other in there, but Alright, back we go again. Yeah. Desert Wolf is getting its stuff done. We might put a couple more turrets on it somewhere at some point, but for now, this Explorer's doing good. Now, once we get this load done, we're gonna go and access. Yeah, we still got some more grids, so we're gonna access that and do this. Okay. Now we're gonna go down in here and we're gonna see about this thing here. And the cool thing about doing this, guys, is that you can just drop your stuff back into the cargo container. And we're gonna have another cargo container. Wow. Huh. It makes me want to change that one there into a cargo container facing the aft, and then we could be able to access it from our scrapyard area. That's an idea, actually. Alright, let's go back to the turret. Uh-huh. And we'll take that. Oh, we're gonna have so many grids left over. That's gonna be nice. Gotta think about what else we can get for that.
Energy low.
I don't think there's anywhere else we want heavy armor plating, so. But we might need it later on in the line. Alright, so that's all of that. Everything else is just regular steel plate. Uh-oh. We're gonna have to go raiding the pantry in here pretty soon so that we can see what we can eat inside this vehicle. Alright, let's see here. Put that here. Ah. Okay, well, that's some of that's going to go in there, and we're going to drink some more of that. And we need to recharge. Oh, look, our smoke's running. That's pretty cool. That's because our reactors are driving. You know what we should almost do? We should do reactor smoke since it's a reactor we're driving and not a combustion engine. Actually, that's a really cool idea. Let's do that. Because we don't have... So, I think I'll make a decision in my streams right now. The decision is that if we have only reactor going, then our smokestacks are going to do reactor smoke. If it's hydrogen engines, then it's going to go with the other smoke. So, you know, like regular smoke. So let's go with reactor smoke. That way we get that nice green tinge. And then we'll see how that works. We do need to figure out food. Do we even have food? Or are we just starving repeatedly around here? Ah, we do have food. Okay, good. Got some of that good curry. Chase it down with some of that. Now, I wonder if reactor smoke is actually, like, gonna be radioactive, because that would suck. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. We're venting some reactor coolant into there for smoke purposes. We are getting exposure, but I don't think it's from the reactor. Pretty sure it's from the problem child over there that's glowing in the dark. Well, glowing in the daytime, I should say. Alright, we're gonna try to take a bunch of this other material since we can't really take all of the other. Alright, let's go back over to our green smoking vehicle. Oh, that's, there we go. Yep, that sunshine. Yep. Yeah, see the exposure goes down when we go inside. It's the sun. I just want to make sure because I'm thinking we got this green reactor smoke going on, so we're gonna camp out right here and see if we get. Nope, it's not radioactive. Yay! Okay, so I got distracted. It's my fault. All right, so let's get this color scheme going on here. All right. I think I moved it. Alright, so this is the next thing we're gonna slap on here, so okay, cool. Alright, there's that part there. Huh. Oh, we do need to change the color back to the gray. And then let's go to there. Alright, and then we get this. We are getting fried by the sunshine. But you expect that when you're on Mars. So, for this here, I don't know how I want to do this. Huh. Well, you know what we're gonna do? Go over here and do this. Yeah. That there, and then we're gonna go put a heavy plate here, and that'll help protect that a little bit better than the other. There we go. So when we put our GATs on there, we'll be able to cover that just fine. And then what we're gonna do is let's go down and do the pipes black. And I want to set up some of these pipes that we have here. Yeah, these ones right here. I like the idea of the pipes running from there to here And then, well, obviously we're not going there yet. Oh yeah, that looks good. Oh yeah, I like that. That's really kind of cool. Alright, cool. And then we climb down here. We got the back end here. Let's go ahead and get this welded up. And then I think, you know what? We're going to take these off. And I'll tell you the reasoning behind that. I think they would look really cool with the black instead of the gray. Yeah, that's going to look good. And you know what? I like that like this, but I like this better. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. Go ahead and hit that. Nope, not full enough yet for you. Alright, that's good. That's real good. Now, we do have another one of these, couple of these coming in, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. And let's go ahead and drop off our remaining supplies. Have another drink, and down we go. Let's go get our big weapon system, and then we'll get our salvage set up. Alright, so we got, we'll get this done, and then we're going to call it an episode, I think. It's been a pretty good one, I have to admit. We got quite a bit done. It's going to take a few episodes to get this thing cleared out. Yeah, we don't have enough yet to do that, so... Well, we'll get this thing cleared out. We got a good amount of stuff to start a good base. A lot of materials. We got some good salvage. We do need to find power cells. That's kind of critical. We need to find something other than a reactor for our power generation, which reminds me. How are we doing on uranium? We're at 14. Problem with this is by having a reactor working in something like this, it's going to suck up a lot of juice. And uranium isn't something we can really find, so... It's, you know, we can salvage it, but we can't find it out in the ground. Alright, before we do that, we have got to get in here and set our settings, because I don't want it firing on the base. That would really suck. No stations for now. We can change that later. And weapons. I like the weapons because, you know, again, like I said before, it allows us to be able to salvage, you know, and that's really important. Alright, we're good to go. Let's go down and get our new deal set up in here. And we'll have another one to put in here somewhere too. I like the idea of putting it in the back though. But there's an argument being said about putting one that has access to the underside. So when you're on the ground, you don't have to worry about it. So, I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. But there is one thing I want to try. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the attempt at pressurization. Well, first things first, we need interior plates so we can finish our light. And we're going to turn this off because it's dark. Alright, cool. Okay, that's there. Closing it up. Good to go. Yeah, Now, before we do that, we need to set our airlock vent, which is going to be that one to that. And that one is going to be... Okay, why? That should be blue. Why is it not blue? Why are you not blue? Vent fan is under pressurized, so why are you not blue? There we go. Now you're depressurized. Okay, cool. Alright, there we go, guys. We have now a place where we can sit down and breathe some oxygen and not have our helmet on the whole time. Alright. So we have some lighting. We've got some stuff in here. We're going to go ahead and see. We come up here. Now we have access to the outside, and here is our vehicle. Wow, I kind of like it actually. It's something. Oh wow, and we have targets. That's definitely targeting. But yeah, wow, it's pretty armored, like a little tank almost. We do need to get another light on there. It's looking rather but yeah. That's yeah. That's all I could say is yeah. Oh, that's sweet. That's really sweet. Like, yeah, I'm really pleased with how that turned out. I have to say I am. And I'm glad we have pressurization. I mean, obviously we do need to get a few more amenities in here. Because you know, we're kind of dark up in the corners here. But we don't have anything in there anyway, so... But, yeah. This is nice. This is sweet. Dang. Alright, so what we're gonna do, because we need to get some sort of bunk in place, we're gonna do that now. We're gonna collect a few components here. Yeah, there's some basic building stuff. Let's go ahead and select our coloring, and then on this side was work and construction. On this side was, you know, I was thinking, oh, okay, that's weird. How are we pressurized and there's a hole right here? How in the... Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Well, I was going to say that that's where we can put a couple bunks. I did not imagine that that would be pressurizable. Wow, okay. Now that would be cool to put on the outside of that right there, but nope, we're not doing that. So we'll go one there. And we'll do one there. Now, do I have enough room to get by? I do. Well, now it's well and truly sealed, so that's good. Alright. Alright, that's good. We got those in place there. We've got lockers across from each bed. We got our windows so we can see out. Now we're gonna need some amenities, like a toilet for starters. Let's get a toilet in here so that we can have a toilet, because you know, a toilet is somewhat essential in living life. We'll put that right here. We need a kitchen of some kind. I don't really want to put that by the toilet though, so maybe actually, yeah. Maybe put the kitchen... Oh, actually, you know what? We'll put the kitchen right here. And the reason why I put the kitchen right here is A, because we can see out when we're doing our food prep. But also because if we do get a food processor, we can always throw that right there. And then that will connect into that, and we can be able to use processed food. Which unfortunately does mean, ladies and gentlemen, that we will probably need to move this around so that we're not eating in front of the toilet. Because, you know, that's not really a lovely idea. And then we'll just have to eat like there. There we go. It's not the most bright place to eat, but this'll do. Alright, we got a bathroom, we got a place to eat, we got a kitchen, we've got bed situation on this side. And on this side, well, we're going to have work to do. So on this side, we'll have our captain's desk, which we'll have facing out, the interior plates. Okay, no problem. Do we have any plates in here we can utilize? Well, we do have these. And we need that and that. No. No. Well, doggone it. Let's go outside and check. I know I said I was gonna end the episode, but you know what, guys? I just kind of got a few little things that have been bugging me, so I'm trying to fix them. Okay. Well, apparently we're going to need some more components before we do any of that, so... Unless we take that. And actually, this is probably the best spot for... As much as I'd like to put it over there, I could see it being this spot. But, I have a different idea of what might be good there. Something like that. And then we could do something. Well, we got the driver there, and then we've got the one that's going to be doing monitoring down below there. So that's the two. And then I do think, like, using a captain's desk, like, over here would be really good too. We could put it right there. And that would be like your navigation type of setup. Wasn't there a broadcast controller over there? We could put the broadcast controller... You know, we could take this and rotate it. I like that better idea. Hopefully I don't lose... That is so trippy, guys. I don't even understand. I thought maybe it wouldn't, but I wasn't sure because, you know. So we put it on this side right here, facing this guy. And then we can put the broadcast controller right there. And then this is open to look around, maybe, you know. Oh, you know what we could do? Like a little splash of life over here in the console. Well, no, probably not. This is a working vehicle. It's not for lounging around. So we'll probably put a console right here. Not like that, but something like this maybe. Yeah, something that monitors or oh, there we go. Yeah. All right, cool. I think we've put everything we can put into this with what we have available on board at the moment. So we'll go ahead and dump these in here. Let's take a look and see if we've got anything else that we can incorporate into what we have. Yes, we can put those in something. I know I saw a spot for that, and I saw a spot for those as well. So let's see, you take large tubes. You do not. You do. And you take computer components, which you've already taken, so that's good. And so we need displays. That's all we need is displays. If we have any available, I don't see any there. None there. Okay, let's go up here and check real quick. And we have one display up here, so let's go ahead and grab it and put it where it belongs. That uses 4. Yeah, well. Put you there. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to take off our helmet. Put our weapons and tools away. We're going to lay down, because, you know, now we can sleep, sort of. And we're going to call that an episode, guys. This was a really great episode. I can't believe what all we got done. I can't believe how much more the vehicle looks, how much more of an explorer it is. I think it's awesome. I also think it's great that we got some weapon systems. Now we can take on some pirate locations. And it's probably a good idea since now we have some hostile areas. So we've got a lot to do. We still got to scrap out the rest of that base as much as we can carry. Obviously there may be some stuff that we can't, but we want to scrap it out as much as possible because that's going to be the base for our scrap base. We've got a whole lot to do in this episode. We've got our large grid rover. We still want to have some small grid stuff. And we have to have a viable ship off, and we want to have a scrap base set up. Nice little scrap base with a scrapyard. I've got some ideas. It's going to be a pretty big build. Usually I keep them pretty small, but I'm going big this season. I want Scrapyard Pirate Slave Mars Edition to be big, bold, out there, do some scrapyard stuff, you know, get some good stuff. So I'm excited. I know you guys are probably excited too. So let's get going and get this rolling. So we got a whole lot more to come, as you can see. And of course there's opposition. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. And you know the deal, like and subscribe and all those sort of things. Lets the algorithm know, lets me know that you like what you're seeing. Leave comments. I answer all my comments. If you don't believe me, check with Minuteman Matt. I'm always answering his. So anyway, shout out to Minuteman. Thanks for sticking with me and for all your comments. And everybody else, have a good one. Bye.